Okay, Syrians. Here we go. The animal guide for you for this autumn is moose. And the message from the book from moose is that you're being encouraged to take appropriate pride in your achievements, that we all need self-respect and to affirm our self-worth. You have worked on yourself and developed determination and patience, the qualities of the spiritual warrior. Lose your shyness and don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. So this is something that's challenging for cancers oftentimes. But I'm seeing a theme here for just realizing and giving yourself credit for what you've done, taking appropriate pride, gaining genuine self-worth, and learning and making efforts to communicate with others in a healthy way about what you have to offer, and also where your boundaries are when you need to speak up for yourself. I'm going to do a little scribble over here to interpret for you. Okay. So here's your scribble right here. Yeah? Okay, so what I see here is you're being supported and reinforced by various parts of your life. Okay, so that could mean, for instance, like your work life, your financial life is being reinforced by you're taking care of your own health, and your health and the way you're taking care of yourself is being reinforced by the support you're receiving from your lover, your friends, your family, that kind of thing. It's connected, and it looks like you are taking off in some area of your life in a way that's going to create you, or at least has the potential to create you, better stability and better balance. It looks like there may be some sort of interesting project or relationship that is blooming during this time. So you've gotten to a stage where it's developed to a point where it's really blossoming and showing off its radiance, its beauty. And like I said, there's an influence between various aspects of your life. One is creating or hindering, helping or hindering other aspects of your life. And it looks like when all else fails, you can come home to center and take better care of your health, better care of your emotional, mental, spiritual, physical health and well-being, and that will influence and assist you with other aspects of your life this time. I do see, let's see, what is this? For some of you, there is a person here, and this isn't all of you, but there's a person here, and there's either an issue of power, misuse of power, or like a sense of being too rebellious, too much anarchy, that may be kind of causing you stress, and some other area of your life is just it's going to change this, it's going to shift this. It may blow it out of the water, it may reposition them in your life if it's a person. So it could be like your best friend becomes a little less close to you, they're still in your life, but it's not the same thing anymore with the relationship, because you need that to grow. But there's definitely like a wild spirit energy here. For some of you, you're able to play with this and kind of shift this and have it be just a benefit to you and fun. there is a need to kind of balance the emotional energy for some of you having to do with this, and allow it to keep flowing, keep things flowing, so that not have things become too stagnant. And for some of you, this has to do with your relationships with others as well, like just in general, your relationships with others, not having it become too stagnant, too dependent on things being one way, that kind of thing, or breaking out of old patterns. But I feel like you'll understand, you'll get the empowerment that you need, and you're gonna have success. Just remember to take care of yourself. Great, so I'm going to move on to Leo now. Okay, Leos. The animal totem, animal guide coming up for you for this autumn is Eagle. And the message in this book associated with Eagle is that if Eagle swoops towards you, so if you get the Eagle card, it is telling you to call upon Eagle Spirit to lift you into the sunlit realms, and it gives you the opportunity, to awaken your inner and outer vision. It is offering you gifts of courage and freedom. Now is the time to take flight and use the gifts the Eagle has brought you. Eagle also emphasizes male activity. This tells you that it is time to take action. So, there's a theme for you this autumn having to do with outgoingness, of gaining courage and freedom, of understanding of what your inner and outer visions are and taking action upon them. Very cool. I'm going to do a little scribble for you now and interpret that. Okay. So this is the scribble that I've got for you, and to me, I see a heart right in the middle of that to start off with. Look at that. What you got here? Okay. Coming from your heart, your heartfelt desires, your heartfelt connections, passions, really being heart-centered is a benefit to you, I feel. But you may have created some stuff in misinterpreting your core, your center, your higher self, your heart, and your ego desires in the past. And there's a potential for that to continue, but it looks like this season, what's really looking to happen is that is looking to be lifted away from you. It's looking to just, I see it just kind of being lifted off of you, almost like smoke just floating away. But I also see that what is created next with that energy is important. So I think it's important for you at this time to really be grounded, heart-centered, and in touch with that. I also see the feminine here, that masculine energy that was being talked about. There's a need for balance of the feminine. There's a need for the understanding that it comes from your feminine side. All right. So when you go and you take action on your heartfelt desires, you go and you make things happen through action. That initial spark, desire, is coming from your dreams, from your unconscious, from listening, from hearing. There's a balance. You can't have one without the other, and sometimes they can get off balance. But there's a beauty in that, the rest, the relaxation. I don't know if you can still hear me or not. My computer is acting up. There we go. So just to kind of understand that. and allow yourself meditation if you feel that that's called for. I see like a passion for some of you. There is a passion having to do with a female. So this can be a romantic thing, but it could be a friendship or a family thing as well. There's some sort of passionate thing going on. It's been ignited. It's going to make you feel good. It's uplifting. It makes you feel kind of weightless and free, but grounded at the same time. Okay. There is a need to guard your heart, but not to be obsessive about it. It's more of protecting yourself through true empowerment and strength with your actions, also treating others well, and keeping your ego in check. A lot can come from your heart. You can create good things. This is kind of weird. What is this? Okay, so for some of you, when you lift the burdens off from your heart, or old patterns, it's going to bring you into a state of nostalgia or into the past. We do have Mercury retrograde going on, and some of these things may need to be reflected upon, but you want to be careful not to get into the darker aspects of masculine or feminine energy. So that would be like over drugging yourself, getting caught in depression, being abusive with your actions, and that kind of thing. Right? So it's about reflecting upon them, but not letting it drag you down into dark places. And again, it looks like for some of you, there is an energy from a female or someone with strong feminine energies that can help you to keep that in check and help you to, for some of you, help you clear up past patterns or whatever in the past is bothering you that's going to resurface. But this is a gentle energy. This is definitely, there's definitely a need to be respectful to yourself, but to be respectful to others as well. You know, not everybody wants to be treated the way that you would want to be treated, so it's about treating others the way they would want to be treated and respecting their boundaries, and not assuming that everyone is like you or should be like you and treating them that way. Like I said, a lot of stuff coming out of your heart right now, like a clearing, and some of this can be created. You can use this energy to create a platform potentially, to create things that make you feel free or lifted to a new level in your growth and development. Very interesting stuff. Okay. Also, there may be some little complication or side road that you're offered when it comes to this feminine energy, this person. It's going to ignite something in you. And you have, it's like a little balloon on the side here where you feel kind of weightless and lifted. But there's also a potential to go a different route, or there may be a little detour for some of you. So just keep that in mind. Okay, and I'm going to now move on to Virgo. Virgos. The animal guide coming up for you for this time is rabbit. The message for rabbit in this book is that rabbit brings the gift of listening, awareness of danger in the environment. Use this to sense trouble before it arrives. Rabbit shows you the folly of indulging in anticipated fears. Find your courage and face your fears. Running away from them solves nothing. Use rabbit medicine. Understand your fears. Sometimes they are not your own, but have arisen from attitudes held by your parents or others in your childhood. Return those fears to their owners. Some other fears are totally irrational. Write them down and burn them. Okay. There's an energy of speed associated with this and using the proper speed. So for sometimes certain issues, some people are going to have situations where they need to move quickly. But sometimes we tend to move much faster than we need to, and because of that, we miss things. So maybe spending some time meditating, asking your higher self to let you know what pace you need to be moving at and to guide you accordingly would be a good idea, because I just kept getting like, there was a little thing that happened when I was drawing the cards, and then also I kept hearing hare, not just rabbit, but the hare, and the hare and the rabbit are different. One hides, one runs away. So also, this may have to do with hiding. I'm going to go ahead and do this sketch and see what comes up with that. So I'm just going to do a little scribble over here for you to interpret. Okay. So this is the scribble that came up for you right here. Is that a picture? Okay. Very interesting. I almost see a bunny rabbit in this picture. I see like a tendency to kind of back down and hide within something, be tucked away. It's as if you're sort of, it looks like you're looking at the past, kind of going into a shell almost, like hiding within something, tucking yourself into the fetal position. There is Mercury retrograde that goes on for part of the autumn here. So it may be that you do require some time to kind of be on your own and find solitude and do some reflecting. It's like there's a creative energy in the past that's assisted you, perhaps created some blockages also, but I think assisted you. And there's like a pattern of creativity. And I think there's a message here for some of you that you feel like your creativity has changed or you've lost it. You've lost your creative juice. And that's not the case. It is eternal. It's always there for you. Sometimes it may be shielded or the focus may be elsewhere, but it's not going anywhere. You are powerful. You are able to create. And it may be that during the retrograde time, you are needing some solitude, some time to kind of tuck away from the world and to get in touch with that creativity, to welcome that creativity back. You are being supported by the universe. There is a strong support system here. It looks like there is also an energy kind of approaching you from your future that you may feel in a strange way, or you may not be addressing head on. That's going to be coming up. There's an energy of home here. Okay, so there's an energy of like a new beginning, potentially someone little. So it's either something little, I think outside of you, but it could be like a little person, some little details, some little small situation that is approaching you, and you may not be wanting to meet it head on, or you may not be seeing it initially, but it is coming, and it is going to I don't think it's going to be something abrupt and major, but it is something that's noteworthy that's coming, and it's going to create okay. I think what it's going to create is really depending on you and how you, on your foundation, the foundation you've built in your life, but also on how you use your energy and that creative energy to shape it. It's like the future is open right now and unknown, and it's we're waiting. There's also an energy of opposing forces that are going to meet. It's an energy of cycles and an energy of chaos and linear, an energy of masculine, feminine. Two different energies coming together, and when they meet, you're going to have the opportunity to help shift them and decide what you want it to mean and what you want to create with your life. For some of you, the letter E is predominant, or like there's something going on with the letter E this season. It could be a person's name, or it could be any number of things. It could be a business. Make sure you're approaching any decisions with balance, rest and activity, balance things. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Okay, so now we're moving on to Libra. The animal guides coming for you for this autumn is dog. And the message in the book associated with dog is that perhaps you need reminding of the loyalty and support due to your family and friends, or perhaps you are the one needing help at this time. Have you placed yourself in a vulnerable, unguarded position? Be alert and call for protection from those loyal to your interests. Dog says it is often better to work as a team than to try to be a lone wolf. Okay, so I'm going to do a little scribble sketch here for you to interpret, for me to interpret for you. So this is the scribble sketch for you. For some of you, the letter B has some meaning this autumn. It can be a person with the letter B as their name, like their name begins with the letter B, or any number of things. For some of you, the letter B is coming up. If you're creating a foundation of love for yourself, to base your life on, things are going to work out just fine. It looks like for some of you, it's saying that you have created a foundation of love, and it's like, it looks like a chair is just moving itself in, right? So I'm going to show you this part. It looks like to me, like a chair is just moving its way into that love. So that's a symbol of something sturdy to sit on, something sturdy to rest on. Okay, and it looks like there's a lot of, for some of you, there's a lot of energy, a lot of tension, a lot of stuff that maybe is kind of tangled up or you're confused about right now, or there may be a lot of details to sort out, to work through on some project that you're working on. But there's a message that support is coming through, that you're going to have that time, that ability to sit and rest and be able to sort through some of this stuff. For some of you, this has to do with your spirituality. It may be that you've been going all over the place, searching for something, that you've been learning all different kinds of things, and now you need to piece it together and kind of weed through it. What's valuable? What do you need to let go of to create balance and harmony in your life, and not overdo it? There is the energy of looking into the past a little bit, which doesn't surprise me because Mercury is retrograde for part of this autumn. There's also, what is this? There's something that is eternal that's moving into your future, and it's saying it's in your past. Okay, it's maybe something that you've created, or maybe something that's always been with you, but it's something that's eternal and that repeats itself, that goes in cycles. And you may have been feeling like it's in the past, or you may have been looking at it in the past and wondering how to create it in the future. It's something that you enjoy. It may have felt like it's fallen away or something, but it's working its way into your future. So this could be like your creativity. Perhaps you have writer's block or something like that. Or it could be love and support from a family member that you haven't been in touch with for a while. But it is coming back, and it's going to help raise your vibration. I do see for some of you, like this, there's a couple steps to what you want to achieve, and it's coming to rest in your heart center, finding peace, and then it's like there is a step of looking into the past and maybe looking at what you've built and what you can take on in the future and what you need to let go of. But there does look like there's a little bit of weeding that has to go on, maybe some prioritizing too. For some of you, it looks like there's that B, actually, whether that's like boss or whether that's somebody's name that begins with B, or a company or some sort of situation. It looks like they've been kind of, it looks like there's a crown attached to it. So it might be that they've been kind of taking on a rulership position in your life and that needs to end, or it may be like they've been, maybe it's somebody who thinks of themselves as royalty, and you need to establish correct boundaries with them, and not let their energy overtake you. For some of you, it looks like another person will be of help and support with that. There's the number 2. It's like the two of you can do it together. There's also an F upside down here. I'm not really sure what that means, but maybe some of you will. There's a message of rising to the next level. Some of the things that some of the questions you have, things that you have been wondering about are going to get sorted through during this period of time, like they're going to get sorted out. Okay, so I'm going to go into the next video to start with Scorpio, because I don't want these videos to get too long.